Hey, I want to thank you guys for coming out here. I think this last show that we just did today was great. There was a lot of high points. There's obviously some stuff that we want to work on, but I'll open it up to any questions that you guys have right now and try and answer them to the best of my ability.
Ron.
Mr. Dahlbeck,
Mr. Dahlbeck.
The show seems to be getting better week to week, but only at a moderate pace. What can be done to improve the quality of the show?
Well, that's a good question. We realize that there's other content creators out there right now, and we're just trying to keep our pace and find a groove for ourselves. At the beginning of the year, obviously, we had some injuries that we had to overcome in the podcast. We're focused on getting our opinions, facts, statistics into space to utilize them as best we can. And obviously, we're taking what the audience gives us. Every week, we try and go out there and give it 110%. And we're just focused on moving forward. All of our goals are still ahead of us that we set at the beginning of the year, obviously. And hopefully, everything will take a big first round bounce moving forward from here.
Mr. Dahlbeck, Mr. Dahlbeck.
Right here.
Ron, have you or Chris ever thought about sitting in front of a mirror or camera to get some extra practice?
Practice? Did you just see the show that we did? Practice? We're talking about practice. Most people don't know this, but we're doing 3 or 4 hours of work for every half hour that we're actually filming. So, practice? I don't know. That's not something that we're focused on right now, but thank you for the question. Next question?
Mr. Dahlbeck, Mr. Dahlbeck.
Yeah, right over here.
Your staff seems to put a lot into the production each week, but how much of your motivation is numbers, ratings, and winning?
Winning. So, this is the great thing about doing a podcast. You film each week to win the game. Hello? Win the game. That's why we're filming every week, to win the game. There's millions of people out there on YouTube. We come in here every week and try to do the best job we can to win the game. Does someone have a better question out there?
Ron.
Yeah, right here.
Ron, how do you explain the overall poor performance of yourself and staff during episode 2?
Look, episode 2 is in the rearview mirror, which is a very small thing to look at. We're focused on everything moving forward. As far as episode 2 goes, the lighting was bad, the timing was bad, the content was bad. Chris knows that the microphone is supposed to be 4.5 inches away from his mouth. It was 5 inches away. That makes a drastic difference. The lighting and production crew came in. It made me look like I was a Shar-Pei and 85 years old. Our production assistant was on the board back here trying to find a new girlfriend on Twitter and breaking up with his old girlfriend from Tinder. Everything about it was bad. We just want to move forward and focus on what we're doing next week. So we're on to Wednesday. That's the only thing I can say about it. We're on to Wednesday. Next question.
Mr. Dahlbeck, down in front. Mr. Dahlbeck. Given all the mistakes made during episode 2, what are your chances of making the YouTube podcast playoffs?
Playoffs? I don't know what it is with you guys today. You just want to camp on episode 2. That was a long time ago. But playoffs? Look, we're just trying to put out the next episode on Wednesday night. We do a live show on YouTube. Live is very challenging. You can't go back and erase mistakes. But playoffs? Like I said, we're on to Wednesday. That's our next focus. Next question out there?
Ron.
Mr. Dahlbeck.
Over here.
There's been a lot of internet buzz lately over the fact that more established local podcasters are doing better, competitively speaking. How do you feel about that?
Other podcasters doing better, that are more established, that have been around. So we're still trying to get our footing. We're professionals. We come out here every single week into the studio and give 110%. Of course, there's people that have been out there that have been doing it longer. They have big corporations that are behind them. This is why we take the set every single week. Now, if you want to go crown those other content creators, then you crown them. But we knew what they were before we came in and started this podcast, and we're letting them off the hook every week. Now, what's the next question?
Hey, Ron.
Mr. Dahlbeck.
Yeah, over here.
Then what's the whole reason for you attending this press conference anyway?
Look, I'm at the point with some of these questions where I'm just trying not to get fined.
What do you mean?
I'm here to answer questions so I don't get fined.
Sounds like you're dodging the question.
No, I've been answering your questions, but I'm just here so I don't get fined. In fact, you know what? I've got 4 words for everybody here in this press conference right now. Let's start the show.